Now let's look at a different filter that I made. With this one, what I did was I bought two ammo boxes, the same kind of plastic ammo box. And this time what I did was I bought a ceramic filter online. And these filters are, there's all kinds of ceramic filters. It depends on the quality of the filter that you get. But essentially what I did was I took the top box and I drilled a hole right in the middle, about a 1/2 inch hole. And then I drilled a hole on the top of the bottom box. And those two holes match each other. As you can see in here, there's like a dome white shape. That is a ceramic filter. And that filter, according to the manufacturer, it has a very tiny porous structure of 0.2 to 0.5 microns, as less than half the size of a bacteria, which is 0.5 to 1 micron. Additionally, the component of silver provides a self-sterilization. This filter has some kind of silver inside that helps to sterilize itself. Only with this filter you will get clean water free from rust, dust, sand, silt, bacteria such as cholera, typhoid, chloroform, etc. So there's a lot of stuff that you remove with this kind of filter. Now, how much did that filter cost? $10. Actually $10.60. I got it from Amazon, and there's all kinds of supplies. They have different filters, and some of them cost $100. This one was only $10. So in this filter, I have invested about $20 worth of materials. And the way this works is I took the filter, I put it through the hole at the bottom and through the hole at the top of the bottom one, and you can see the nut that holds it together, and there's a little hole in the middle of that nut, and that's where the water is going to go through to the bottom ammo box once it has gone through the filter. This is the way it looks. Bottom is closed. You open the top, you pour the water in here, you let it sit for a while. This filter, since it's the pores are so small, it's going to take a little while for the water to get through. And once it goes through, you collect it at the bottom and you just pour it into another container. And what do you do now? You still purify the water by one of the three methods that I mentioned before: boiling, Clorox or bleach, and you can use purification tablets. I mentioned before that you can buy these filters, the ceramic filters, online, and some of them are as cheap as $10 to as more than $100 for a filter. It all depends on the porousness and the size of the pores, and that's how well they clarify the water. But anyway, you can buy, let's say, 2 or 3 filters, and you get yourself at Home Depot, you can buy a 5-gallon food safe white 5-gallon bucket. And what you do is you buy 2 of them. And the same principle that you use here, where you put the filters on the top bucket, you drill the holes, you put the filters, and you put them on the cover of the bottom bucket. You drill the holes through there, matching the top, and you have 3 filters. What you do is you pour the water on the top, let it run through the filters, and collect it at the bottom. And you can get 5 gallons of water at one time, which is enough for a family to cook and drink and supply their pets with water, safe water. So remember, even with those filters that cost $100 or so, I would really recommend that you purify the water. Another filter I'm going to show you, and they're all the same principle. You have water supply that's dirty, you run it through some kind of filtration device, and you collect it in a clean vessel, and you may want to run it several times. Well, this one is a personal size one for backpacking or an individual. And you can see it comes in a nice little case. And again, it's the same principle that we used before. And what you do with this one is simply put it together. This end goes into the dirty water, and it has a little float that you can adjust the depth of the collection end, and that way you can go below the surface and collect water from just below the surface where it's cleaner, as opposed to having floating particulates on top. You put it in there, this end goes to wherever you're collecting the water in, and you just pump. And what happens is that the water is going to go through a ceramic filter, cleaning the water, and it's going to go into a vessel of clean water. Very neat, very easy to use, and very portable. So, as I mentioned before, everything in my house is electric. So let's say that I want to cook something. My stove doesn't work, and my barbecue, I ran out of propane. I can either collect some wood and put it together in a pile and light a fire, and hopefully I can boil some water as a form of sterilization or to cook. We're going to talk about boiling water and some means that I have to do just that.